With COVID cases continuing to rise, the four nations in the United Kingdom are taking different approaches to tackle it. There are new restrictions in Wales and Northern Ireland, and here in Scotland there's a return to social distancing, and bars like this one are limited to table service. It could have a big impact on business, and those in the sector are worried about losing out during the festive period.
December is what gets you through January, February, when you're going into the cold winter months when people aren't spending money, and we really, really needed that. The whole industry needed it. So it's really disheartening to be hit with this right at the worst time possible.
There are no new restrictions in England, but rising cases means there's pressure to act. In Christmas Eve, there was 105,000 COVID cases reported in the country. That rose to 113,000 on Christmas Day, before falling to 103,000 on Boxing Day. The latest figure stands at 98,000. 7-day hospital admissions are also up across England, increasing 36% from the last week. But the government is adamant there will be no new restrictions for the rest of the year.
Well, of course, we look at the data on a daily basis. That hasn't changed over the Christmas period, but there will be no further measures before the new year. We won't be taking any further measures. Of course, people should remain cautious as we approach New Year celebrations, and take a lateral flow test. That makes sense. Celebrate outside if you can. Have some ventilation indoors if you can. Please remain cautious. And when we get into the new year, of course, we will see then whether we do need to take any further measures, but nothing more until then, at least.
But those on the front line are warning that as pressure on the NHS mounts, the need for further action might be inevitable.
If you add that high hospitalisation rate to the number of NHS staff who are themselves unable to work because they have the virus, you're in a very difficult set of circumstances. And in those circumstances, it's important that the government continues to encourage us to behave in the ways which minimise the chances of us getting this virus or passing it on.
As the festive period draws to an end, if cases and hospitalisations continue to rise, pressure will mount for further measures.